Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of my podcast, Things Could Be Worse. I'm your host, baileydedrick, and today we're going to be diving into sort of another existential crisis topic, if you will. We're going to be talking a little bit about the future, and I feel like this topic kind of stems from everything that's been going on in my life right now, and a lot of my actual personal struggles at the moment, personal fears, personal feelings, whatever has been going on in my life. It's been a lot, and it's been forcing me to think a lot about the future, and it's honestly scary. It's terrifying, but I'm here to kind of talk about my own personal experience with it and just give you guys some comfort in knowing that no matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter how old you are or what you hope to do with your life, looking into the future, as great and as exciting as it can also be completely and utterly terrifying. I just graduated high school last Wednesday, so a week from when this episode is going live, I graduated last Wednesday, and it was super fun, and I want to talk a little bit about graduation and how it went for me and the, events and stuff that led up to graduation, just because I know some of you guys are curious about it. But I want to talk about that, and then I kind of want to just talk about my personal future and my plans and my fears and my hopes and my dreams and pretty much all of it. And I just want to really get my point across that we are all in the same boat. No matter who you are, like I said, no matter what you're going through, we're all really, really, really the same in some way or another. So before we get into all of that, I kind of want to just talk about graduation. Like I said, I already have a YouTube video on the days leading up to graduation out on my main channel. I just vlogged a few days in my life. I think it's called I vlogged my last week of high school or something, and I basically just vlogged the senior prank, the senior sunset, graduation rehearsal, going to our old elementary school. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that we did in that video, and I'm not going to talk too much about all of it on here just because I have a whole video dedicated to it, where I documented literally every single second of it. But basically last week was so chaotic. It was so stressful. This is the first day. Honestly, today is Tuesday, right after Memorial Day, and this is literally the first day that I've been able to just sleep in a little, chill out. Obviously, I'm doing work, I'm recording a podcast. I have to edit this podcast and post it tomorrow, which is fucking crazy. But all week last week, I was tweaking the fuck out, and this is the first day that I feel I can just take a breath. And I am struggling to even do that because it's I am in this go mentality, and I just am so hyped up on adrenaline and work and social events and stuff that I just feel I need to keep going, but I'm so exhausted. I just need to let myself take a break. So throwing it back to last Monday, which was 2 days before graduation took place, we had the senior sunset, which I feel I already talked about in a podcast episode. Maybe, I'm not sure. I get so confused where I talk about things, if I talked about it in a YouTube video, or if I talked about it on here, or if I talked about it on my spam account or my TikTok. I don't even fucking know. I get so much deja vu talking about things because I feel I've already said all of it somewhere, but I don't know if I've said it to you guys specifically on this platform. So anyways, we had a senior sunset Monday night at 7:30. We went to a local park. We basically just watched the sunset. We all pretty much brought snacks and stuff. We were listening to music, and we were blowing up hella balloons and making things because our senior prank was the next morning on Tuesday at 5 a.m. So our senior prank was fun. I really struggled waking up that early. I didn't wake up at 5. We didn't have to be there at 5. I woke up at 5:15, and then we had to be at the school by 5:30. But yeah, senior prank was fun. We basically just trashed the school. Everything was approved, so nothing was reckless or anything. I know a lot of schools don't allow their students to do senior pranks anymore, and if they are caught doing some sort of a senior prank, then they won't be able to walk at graduation, or they won't get their diplomas at graduate. I don't even fucking know. I think that's stupid, but I guess if one class ruins it for everybody, it's unfortunate, but it kind of makes sense. We basically just TP'd the school, hung streamers, we were saran wrapping stuff. We moved all of our lunch tables out onto the like back patio of the school, like by the commons, by like the main student parking lot. I don't know if this is like easy to envision or not, probably not. This is why I say go watch the YouTube video. But we just like moved all the lunch tables outside. It was really funny. We put like hot dogs everywhere. Like there was like hot dogs on strings. There was hot dogs just like taped to shit. It's so fucking weird. The school smelt so bad. I literally wanted to throw up. Like glizzies, not the best smell, you know what I mean? Especially in a school that's air conditioning is always somehow broken. Yeah, that was not a good aroma. It was not. We hung different signs that we made like the night before at the senior sunset, and then we put those balloons that we all blew up at the senior sunset. We put balloons everywhere. So we left the senior prank, whatever. I went to the gym. I did my work for the day. My friends went to school. And then later that night at like 5 or 7 something, I actually don't remember what time it was. It's really irrelevant to the story. I don't know why I'm telling you. But me and my friends met up. We went downtown and we all took like graduation pictures. So we had our like dresses on and our caps and our gowns. And we had one of our friends, Marissa, come with her camera and take pictures for us just because like we wanted cute graduation pictures and we knew there was no way we were going to get cute ones like actually on graduation because we'd be at our school and like our school is not like cute. So we decided to take graduation pictures a day before graduation so that we would have cute pictures to remember the I don't even know. You know, we just wanted cute pictures. After that, we all went home really, really quickly. We changed, we grabbed our overnight bags, and we headed to my best friend Ryan's house to have a sleepover. We had like food and snacks, and we were just having a good time. We were playing games. We ended up going to bed really freaking late, and we had to wake up the next morning at like 7 to go to graduation rehearsal. So we woke up that morning super early. I was dying. I literally got like 4 hours of sleep because I could not fall asleep. We stayed up late to begin with, and then once I actually went to bed, I couldn't fall asleep for like an hour or two. So that was kind of tough for me because I need my sleep, and this was just like back-to-back nights of me not getting enough sleep. Like the day before, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. and then 7 a.m. and it's just like, oh my God, I need more sleep than I'm getting and I'm not going to be able to function. And that's exactly what happened. But we woke up at Ryan's and Ryan's mom was making us the most delicious breakfast. We had like pancakes, bacon, sausage, egg bake. I brought fruit. Like everybody brought something. There was muffins. There was like, I don't even know, there was a lot. Definitely ate a lot. We had some mimosas. It was such a great time. And then we headed to graduation rehearsal, which I'm not going to talk about because that was just boring and long and whatever. But once that was over with, we went home. And later that day, we had to all meet up again to go to our elementary schools. So I carpooled with the girls that went to my elementary school that I'm still friends with. Our friend group is kind of split into like 3 different elementary schools. So there's like 4 girls that went to the other elementary school in the area. There's 2 that went to the other one. And then there's like 6 of us that went to the elementary school that I went to. So we went there. It was super cute. We just like walked around the school, saw all of our old teachers. We saw like all of the students. They made like signs for us and they were cheering us on as we like walked through. It was really cute. It was. But I was just like so tired that I feel like I couldn't even enjoy it. Like my anxiety this entire week was so high just because I felt like I could never relax. Like I always had something to be getting ready for or something new that was about to be happening. It was just one thing after the other. We went home after we went to our elementary school, and I think it was around like 3 or 3:30 that we got home, and graduation was literally like we had to be there at 5:30. So I only had like an hour to get ready, which is insane because I can't be doing that. I cannot be doing that. I need my time or I'm going to just stress and it's just like not a fun time. But I ended up pulling it off, and actually on Sunday on my main channel, there's going to be a specific video that is like a graduation get ready with me and vlog of like the actual ceremony. So stay on the lookout for that if you're interested. I don't know if you are or not, but just throwing it out there. Graduation was great. I mean, it's kind of what you expect. I mean, it's kind of something that nobody's looking forward to, but at the same time you are looking forward to it because it's like it's graduation. But we all know it's going to be like really long and really boring and like just not that fun of a time, but then like once it's over, that's when like everything is supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to feel like so much relief and all of that. But honestly, graduation, I don't want to say it sucked because it didn't suck, but it's just like, it was just graduation. Like it was cool. I like seeing all my friends like actually get their diplomas and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk shit. I don't want like anybody that hasn't graduated to be like, oh my God, I don't even want to go to graduation. Like I'm dreading it, because it was cool. And I feel like, I don't know, fuck it. It was great. It was amazing. It was just boring. After graduation, again, I rushed home. I ate dinner because I wasn't able to eat dinner before graduation because I had no time to get ready. So I stuffed my face with a Panera sandwich, and I think I had some mac and cheese or something, maybe two. And then I went upstairs, I changed, I was just rushing. And then I went to my friend Eliza's house, and I was literally like the last one there. And I rushed. Everybody was like, hurry up. These girls that I'm friends with, you guys, shout out to them, because they're a different fucking, like, I don't know how my friends are so active constantly. I want to blame it on the fact that I have to film everything. That's what I want to blame it on, because I mean, it's valid. Like, getting ready for graduation takes me twice as long because I'm filming it and they're not. And I'm not saying like, oh, shame on them, but it's just like, people need to understand that I'm going to take a little bit longer to do things if I'm filming them. So I'm like, okay, guys, I'm coming. And I just wanted to sit down. Like, I literally just wanted to lay in my bed. At this point, I was so exhausted. I had a headache. I had a stomach ache. I felt like shit. But I went to Eliza's. We had a really great night. It was just like our really close little group of friends. And then like all of our parents came. So that was really fun. Like, just celebrating with everybody. And champagne was popped. Like, tears were shed. It was just like a really nice, wholesome night, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my graduation story time. I feel like I've been talking for so long just about that, but I just figured I would update you, because I mean, not all of you watch my YouTube channel, I don't think. Maybe you do. I literally don't know. If you're listening to that, actually, there's not even, okay, wait, DM me on Instagram, on the Things Could Be Worse pod Instagram account. DM me, please. This is for research purposes. I guess I could just do a poll, but just DM me and tell me if you watch my YouTube videos on my main channel and you listen to the podcast, or if you like just listen to the podcast, because I feel like there's not really that many people that do, but I feel like there's some. So I just want to like share, whatever, fuck it. I'm going to move on. So now I want to talk about my future plans and kind of like my friends' plans and stuff like that, because I mean, it's a big deal, and it's something that I've been thinking a lot about. I feel like I've talked about this on all of my platforms multiple times, but I just feel like it's good to like reiterate what the fuck is going on, because I don't even know what the fuck is going on. So like, I feel like I need to just like get it out, talk about it. At the end of the day, you guys, this podcast is like my therapy. I just get to like talk about what's going on in my life and not have to like bother anybody in my actual life. You know what I mean? So my future plans, as of right now, I am not choosing to go to college. I, again, did a whole YouTube video on why I'm not going to college, and I answered a bunch of questions and stuff. I can talk more about it, and I'm sure I will throughout like the next episodes, you know, once like the new school year starts. Like, there's definitely going to be more, you know, of me talking about it. I don't want to like bore you with it, but basically I have felt since like sophomore year that I just did not want to go to college, and I didn't feel like that was the right path for me to pursue at this time. That's not to say I won't ever go and get a degree. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to ever get some sort of like further education. Like, I'm definitely probably going to, but right now, at least for this next year, this upcoming year, I'm choosing not to, because there's way bigger things that I care about at this point in my life, and there's way more there's so many more things that I have more passion for that I know that I can make happen, because if I work towards them and I work hard and I put the effort in and I surround myself with the right people, I'm going to be able to accomplish these things, and I'm going to be able to get them done in a way that, you know, benefits me, not only like financially, but also like just business wise for my future, and setting myself up to be able to do what I want for as long as possible with all of this social media stuff. So I'm not going to college. All of my friends are pretty much, except for there's 2 friends in my friend group that are staying here, I believe. Like staying in my hometown. I think they're both doing online school through the local college, I believe. Maybe they'll be going to in-person classes. I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't like talked about specifics with them, but there's 2 of my friends that are still like gonna be staying here, which would be really nice to have them. I'm just talking about the girls. I think there's like multiple of my guy friends that are staying here, and like my boyfriend is still here. He's working now. He's like building houses. I didn't know you could just like jump into doing like that, but good for him. I'm so proud of him. He works so fucking hard, you guys. Like me sitting here complaining about my goddamn podcast that I have to record, I hate myself so much because I have literally the dream job, bitch. Like I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And then my boyfriend is literally waking up at like 6 a.m., going to work in the hot sun all day from like 6 to 4 or like 7 to 4. And it's like, holy shit, he's building houses and I'm talking to a fucking camera and a microphone. I don't want to like downplay what I do, but like, I don't know. I'm just so proud of him. He has such a good work ethic. So yeah, what was I talking about? Hello? What the fuck? Okay, I'm so sorry. I thought I was getting robbed because I could hear something like faint noises, but you could tell that it was like trying to be quiet. And I was like, okay, is my brother in my room? He knows I'm recording an episode, and every time I'm recording an episode, he like stays clear because I get pissed off if I hear any noises because I'm not in like an actual studio. Like I'm not soundproofed. I'm in a room in my house and like everything in this house echoes and like you can hear everything from every room. So my brother stays away. Also, I need to put WD-40 on this. Can you hear that? Like other people move their little like arm things constantly in episodes, and when I do it, it makes so much noise. Like I literally can't touch this or it makes noises. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, I didn't even tell you. It was my mom. My mom came over. She always just pulls up here at my dad's house, which is so great. I appreciate it. I love her so much. I love when she surprises me over here. My parents have like a really good relationship, so like that's perfectly fine. But she always comes at like really inconvenient times. Like every time I'm recording an episode or every time in like the middle of editing something or like, I don't know, she always just pulls up at like the most inconvenient times. So it's so funny. But yeah, I was just talking to her for a little bit. I was talking about my boyfriend prior to that. I was talking about how much I love him and how proud of him I am and how hard he works. And I was talking about like where my friends are going to school and like what my friends' plans are. So as far as my other friends that aren't staying here, my friends are pretty much going to be spread out, bitch. They're spread out across the states. I have friends going to school here in Wisconsin. I have friends, or like one friend going to Minnesota, Arizona. I have a friend going to Georgia. I have multiple friends going to Florida. I don't know, like these bitches are going to be spread out, and it's so exciting. Like I can't wait for them all to like start their new lives and like have so many fun experiences and like just live their lives. I'm so happy for literally each and every single one of them. Like I can't wait to see what they all do in these next couple of years. But I don't know, it's kind of sad at the same time because, you know, they're all leaving and like starting a new life, and, you know, not starting a new life. That sounds so fucking dramatic, but like when you're 18 and you're moving to a different state alone where you know nobody, it's pretty much like starting a new fucking life. It's a little bittersweet. Like I'm sad about it, but at the same time, I'm so excited for not only them, but also for me to see like what I'm able to accomplish and like the things that I'm going to do. But it kind of sucks just because I am going to be here, which is totally like my choice, I guess. I mean, I could definitely go move literally whenever I wanted, anywhere I wanted technically. But like I'm not ready for that, I don't think. And I think that there's just so much here holding me back at this point. Just like, I don't know, like realistically, it makes sense for me to continue living here, especially with the fact that I want to travel so much this next year, like this next school year. I literally want to treat it as like a semester abroad, but I'm not studying. Like I just want to travel anywhere and everywhere that I physically can, which is kind of tough because I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like lately, with, the economy. I don't want to talk about the economy. So boring. But like with the economy, like I'm going to tell you like a very valid, concern or fear that I've been having is the fact that like prices are high to go travel right now. And with what I do as work, like it's very uncertain. Like I'm not on a salary. I get paid through brand deals and I get paid through YouTube AdSense. Like I pretty much get paid based on what I'm offered. Or like obviously my AdSense, that's like work I put in and the views that I get. But like the real money that I make is from brand deals. And I need to do brand deals to be able to continue doing social media. Otherwise, like I'm not going to be able to like sustain doing it because I need to make money off of it to be able to put this much time into it. I'm not going to lie, like this last year or so, we all know like recession, economy is bad. Like there hasn't been as much work being brought to me, and like the work that is brought to me, it's definitely lower, and it has nothing to do with me necessarily. I mean, it could, but also like I'm consistently like growing my platforms and stuff. And there's so many other factors that go into it, but like moral of the story is the economy is shit. I'm not making as much money as I was last year. And prices are higher. So like traveling, is it really a smart idea to travel right now? But like that's been my plan for so long. And obviously, things change and like we have to like adjust our plans accordingly. But at the same time, like I'm young. This is the one time that I am going to be able to like live out my traveling dreams, probably like while all my friends are at school and while I'm not at school. Like this is the time to do it. Like I told myself I was not going to college so that I could travel. Like that was my excuse that I told myself, even though it's way deeper than that. But like I don't know, like I really want to travel, but it's just like, damn, like am I gonna fucking run out of money? Because I hate spending money, but traveling can be very, very expensive. So I don't know, I want to travel. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Moral of the story is I'm going to be living here for at least another year, I would say. And all my friends are like moving away and I'm going to be here, and I plan on traveling to, see them, to stay with them, to, hang out with them, but then also travel places that I don't have friends in. And I kind of want to use this year as me like house hunting, almost destination hunting. I want to find a place where I actually go to it. I fly there, I spend a week there, and it feels like it could genuinely be my home, because I've been to a lot of places and I honestly don't know if I could live in any of them. Like specific cities and stuff that I've been in, nothing has been like, damn, I need to live here. I mean, New York kind of had that vibe for me when I was in like the Soho area, but like Soho's so expensive, it's not realistic. Like I feel like I wouldn't be as happy as like I think I would be there. So as far as right now, don't plan on moving to New York. I would love to eventually, but like I want to be able to find a place that just like speaks to me, and then maybe in 2 years I'll move there. You know what I mean? I don't want to stay here forever because I don't feel like I can really, live out my full potential while living in my parents' house still. So I need to move eventually, but that's so scary too. Like, what the fuck? How do you make friends if you're not in school? How do you make friends in a new city if you're not like in classes with them, or like not going to parties with like a bunch of people your age? I don't know. This is scary. This is all like my fears. And yeah, I'm definitely scared for this next year where all my friends are gone and I'm still here. When I'm not traveling and when I'm not experiencing super dope shit, I feel like I'm going to be extremely lonely. Like there is people here and I'm going to have friends still, but it's just going to be different. And like I have my boyfriend, I have my family, but it's just going to be different. It's going to be a huge adjustment, and I feel like it's going to be a lot of boredom, like on the weekends. Like, am I going to go hang out with like high schoolers? Because I don't want to do that, but like I want to be able to have fun and like go do fun things. But it's like if I'm, living here, I don't know, it's just like a really hard thing to think about and like figure out what I'm going to do and like figure out how I'm going to have fun when I'm just like at home, when I don't have really like that many friends. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm scared about the loneliness factor, and I'm scared that I'm gonna fall into like I don't know how to say that. Like I'm scared I'm gonna fall, like I'm gonna rely too heavily on my work to bring me happiness, and it's going to stop bringing me happiness, and it's just going to turn into actual work, which has happened. It comes and it goes. Like, my passion for what I do, at the end of the day, like, I love it so fucking much, and like, I choose to do this job. But like, it is work, and it does, like, sometimes I dread it. But then sometimes it's like I'm really excited and passionate because I genuinely love what I do. So I feel like I am going to be so bored and so lonely that I'm going to, overwork myself to fill that void. And then I'm going to like hate what I do because it's going to get like too much. And I don't want that to happen. So we'll just have to see. I'm telling you all of this to be vulnerable and to share these things because I feel like a lot of people have these types of worries. Like I said in the beginning, like no matter who you are, or what you're doing, or what point of your life that you're currently in, you probably have fears about being lonely and having no friends and not knowing what you're going to do in 3 months, not knowing if you're going to be able to make any friends, or, college, or after high school, like you aren't going to college either. And it's like, I don't know, like thinking about the future, it's so fucking scary and it sucks, but it's also like, we need to flip our mentality. And what I'm about to get into is something that I've always known deep down, and I've always heard, and I've always pretended like I was acknowledging it, and I always pretended like this is the way that I live my life. But at the end of the day, I have been living my life in fear, and I've been living my life with anxiety and worry constantly. And that's normal. But there is a way to prevent that and to flip your mindset and to be more optimistic and more like, I don't know, positive about the things that are going on, even if they are really fucking scary. So I was having a conversation. I was at my friend Navy's grad party last weekend, and me and my friend Eliza, we somehow got into the bathroom. Girls go to the bathroom together. We got into the bathroom and we just started talking. We were talking so long that somebody actually knocked on the door. It was like somebody's fucking parent. Like it was like an adult. And they were like, hey, like I really need to go to the bathroom. Like, what are you guys doing in here? I was like, sorry, we were just talking. So we went into the laundry room and we continued our conversation. And we talked for literally so long. And we talked about basically both of our futures. We talked about what it means to be a good friend. We talked about basically just like, I don't know, we just talked about literally everything, and talking to her like really vulnerably. Is that a right word? I don't know. Like just being very vulnerable with her and her being very vulnerable with me. It really gave me a lot of insight because I've talked to like multiple of my friends about how they feel about going to college and like whatever. But I feel like a lot of people, when talking about college, they just mask all of the worries and all of the anxieties and all of the fear that they have because like at the same time, it's super great. It's super fun. You're going to have an amazing time. No matter what happens, like you're going to learn something. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be like a transformative period. So it's going to be a great time regardless. But I feel like a lot of people going to college or going into the next phase of their life, whatever that may be, or even just like moving on from a friend group and making new friends, I feel like we sometimes mask our anxieties with this like, oh my God, I'm so excited, like I can't wait. And although you might feel that way too, I feel like nobody talks about the fear that comes along with moving on to the next chapter of your life. And me and Liza, she was just being really vulnerable. Like I was being really vulnerable with her, and I was like, I'm honestly fucking terrified. Like I'm so scared for just like my social life next year. And as stupid as that might sound, like I've always been so social and I've always had so many friends and I've always been able to, surround myself with people no matter who it is, no matter how close I am with them. Like I've never had a problem finding people to hang out with. I've never had a problem, going to a party, even if those aren't meaningful relationships. Like I've never had a problem being able to just like find something to do for the most part. So next year, like I'm not going to be able to do that probably as much, at least. Like I don't know, it's going to be so different. So I was just being vulnerable and sharing basically what I just talked to you guys about. Like I'm fucking scared that I'm going to be lonely. And she was saying like, Bailey, like I'm fucking scared too, because I was like comparing myself to like all of my friends that are going to school and they already have their roommates and they're bringing their roommates to our grad parties and like we're meeting them and it's so fun and it's so exciting. And I'm comparing myself to my friends that are going to school and like these extravagant fucking places and like super fun colleges. Like all this stuff. And she's like, Bailey, we're all like in the same boat. These weren't her words, but she was basically saying like, I'm fucking scared too. Like, I'm flying across the country, moving in with somebody that I've never met before, that I don't know if I'm gonna like. I'm taking classes. Like, I could get to Georgia and I could fucking hate it. She's going to SCAD, but like, I could get to SCAD and absolutely fucking hate it. Like, I could not make any friends. Like, I could whatever. Like, I think what we don't realize is that no matter what situation we're in, we're all feeling the same way. Like, we're literally all feeling the same way. We're worried if we're going to fit in. We're worried if we're going to have a good time. We're worried if it's going to feel good and actually be like beneficial to us. No matter what, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's moving into a new place, like, we want to fit in. We want to be liked. We want to have a good time. Period. Right? Period. That's like what we all want. Like, there's not one person in life that does not want to have a good time, that doesn't want to enjoy what they're doing. So we all have the same fears and nobody ever fucking talks about them. So I wanted to be the person to come here and tell you that no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody has it figured out. And if they tell you that they do, they're fucking lying, because none of us know what we're doing. And like, it's so frustrating that there's this, I don't even know what it is, but like, we're all so scared to talk about what's going on, and we're like so scared to like address the elephant in the room, that like we're all fucking like just trying to figure it out. And we all pretend, like we're constantly pretending that we have it figured out and that we know what we're doing and that person doesn't, and that we're better than whatever. And maybe this is like an egotistical thing, but I think if we all just get to the same fucking level and we're all like, okay, this is fucking terrifying, but let's do it. That's so much nicer. It's so much more comforting, because I feel like we're all just pretending that we're fine and that we're good and that we don't have any worries and that we're just living life. In reality, like, we're all a little batshit crazy over the future. No? Is this just me because I'm fucking scared? I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like this is a really important realization, and I feel like I really need to actually start living my life without these anxieties, because realizing that everybody is feeling the exact same way, and realizing that no matter how fucking old you are, you're going to be feeling this way. You don't go to college, graduate college, and this goes away. You don't get your first job, you don't have your first kid, you don't get married, and these things go away. There is always a fear of the future because it's unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. It's so uncertain. It's so uncertain. So these things aren't ever going to go away. So it's not worth stressing so much over, because it's never going to go away. It's literally never going to go away. And that's why living in the present and just taking every single day as it is, and cherishing your friends, cherishing your family, being grateful for everything that you have, and just trying to make the most out of every single day is literally the best that you can do. That is the best thing that you can do, because if you're sitting here and you're worrying about tomorrow, you're worrying about next week, you're worrying about next month, you're worrying about next year, you're worrying about if you're ever going to find love and get married and have a great little happy family and picket fucking white fucking fence, it's not going to fucking, you're not going to be happy. And I know it's harder said than done. And I know we're always striving for the next thing. It's the fucking climb. Miley Cyrus said it best. It's the fucking climb. We're always going to be climbing until the day you fucking die. You're going to be climbing. So just take a fucking break on the side of that mountain and enjoy the fucking view. That was a beautiful. I want to cry. Why am I crying? I'm a poet. Guys, I'm like crying right now because I'm scared. And I'm telling you guys not to be scared. Oh, just shut up. I think I'm going through something deeper than what I'm letting on. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually good. I also forgot to address the fact that my hair is wet. It's not like super greasy. Because sometimes I'll see someone and it's like, okay, is their hair just like wet or is it like really greasy? I don't want you guys to think my hair is really greasy. So it's just like a little wet. Don't have makeup on. I put on like a cute-ish outfit. I mean, it's very casual, but like I put on a cute outfit because I was going to like get ready and do my makeup and stuff, and then I just didn't. So now I look kind of mismatched. You guys, all I'm trying to get at is we're all fucking scared. We're all in the same boat, and we all just actually need to live in the present. And we need to stop worrying so much, because y'all, like, your parents are worried about the future. You get to a certain age and you're worried about how you're going to pay for your kids' college, how you're going to retire, when you're going to retire, if you've saved up enough money to retire, what you're going to do after your kids move out of your house. Are you going to move your house? Are you going to move out of your house and find a new house? Are you going to downsize? Are you going to, move cities? Are you going to move to Florida to a little like retirement community type of thing? What are you going to do? Because these things don't fucking stop. You are never going to be at a point in your life where you're truly content unless you're like, I don't know, because even that's kind of fucked. I was like thinking about my grandma. Like, is my grandma content? I don't think so. I think she's really lonely because my grandpa died years ago and she's just living in the house that my dad and his brother grew up in. And she's there every single day alone. She doesn't know how to use social media. She just watches like Channel 5 news and she reads and shit and she like does all the old lady type of stuff. But it's like, how can you be content like that? But then I think about it and it's like, she's got to be content because she's not making any changes. And like, I get it, like she's old, whatever. And I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but it's just like people that are old and that live alone. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, there's no way that they're fully happy and fully content because they've got to be lonely. But then at the same time, like maybe they are content because it's like, this is just how my life is. And maybe you get to a certain age when you're older and you just like accept that this is what life has offered you. And, oh my God, I'm going to start fucking crying. That's so fucking sad. I don't think I'm ever going to be content. There's no way, because when I'm fucking old, I'm just going to wish that I did more. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like when I'm old in my house, like there's no way that I'm going to be like happy with the amount of things that I did. Like obviously I'll be grateful for everything that I went through and everything that I did and all the experiences that I had, but I feel like I'm always going to want more. Like I don't know if that's just the person I am or if that's just human nature and that's what everybody is actually thinking when they get old, but they just like don't say it because like nobody talks about it. I don't know, you guys. I feel like this is literally the most existential crisis type of episode that I've had. But I kind of love it and I feel like we're making progress, at least for me. Like I'm making realizations and like I feel like this is literally like therapy. Like I don't need fucking therapy. I don't need therapy when I have you guys and when I have a microphone. Like I feel like I've uncovered a lot. I feel like the future is scary, but that's okay. The future's scary, but that's okay. It's okay. We're all going to fucking figure it out. Whatever is meant to be is going to happen. And if you want to make changes in your life, you go make those changes because nobody's going to do it for you. You have to put in work. You have to put in effort. You have to continuously be trying to pursue new things, learn new things, do new things, meet new people. You have to align yourself with the things that are going to give you the happiness that you are so much craving. So much craving. That's not a sentence. You know what I'm saying though? If I were to sit here in this house, my dad's house, and I was going to sit here and I was just going to stay here and do my work from home and never leave, like literally never leave. Like my friends go to college. I'm just living here. I'm being complacent. I'm hanging out with like the few friends that I have left. I'm seeing my boyfriend when I can. And I'm just complacent as fuck. Yeah, I might be working hard. I might be having a good time with my boyfriend, but I'm complacent as fuck. And you aren't going to grow like that and you aren't going to get the most out of life and you're always going to be wanting more. So until I fucking get up and I go travel and I go experience things, and this can look different for everybody. Me traveling might be equivalent to you going and making new friends, or you going to a school that none of your other friends are going to, or something like that. Like this can look different for anybody. But basically, once you take that leap, whatever you're scared to do, whatever you kind of have a lot of worry about, like there's a lot of risk, but there also could be so much reward. It's kind of like stock trading. Me moving to a new city could be the riskiest thing I ever do. I could get it there, hate it. Everybody hates me, can't make any friends, feel like everything is falling apart, or it could be the most amazing fucking thing that I've ever done. I have the best friends. I am having so much fun. My work is taking off because of like the environment that I'm in. And I'm just like, I don't know, like it could be the worst thing I ever do or the greatest thing. And for me, it being the greatest thing is worth the risk. So I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. I feel like I should end this episode off because I sound probably clinically insane, and I don't really know what else to talk about. I feel like I've covered a lot, but also nothing at the same time. I think that you just need to hear me out when I tell you that it's not worth it to be stressed out all the time. You need to find something that brings you peace, and you need to find peace in the fact that you're going to figure it out. Nobody just doesn't figure it out. You know, some people don't ever figure it out and they're kind of like fucked up. But like, if you want to figure it out and you take steps to improve yourself and to improve your life, you're going to figure it out without needing to actively be stressing the fuck out about what you're going to do. Because at the end of the day, like, fucking life is crazy, man. And I feel like I probably sound like I smoked a fucking blunt before this episode, because I'm literally going so deep into all of this. But like, life is fucking crazy. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys truly believe it. I don't really like to talk about all of that because I feel like, oh my God, it's not that fucking amazing. Like, there's so many humans. Like, we're all here. Like, we just got put here. Like, it's not that fucking crazy. We have to live and then we die. But it's fucking crazy. If you look up the odds of you being the child that your parents had, it's so fucked. It's so fucked. Like, the amount of combinations that could have happened, like the sperm and the egg, like there's like fucking a million sperm every time a dude nuts. I feel like this is not where this episode needs to head right now, and I need to close it off. But like, there's like millions and millions and billions of like other people that could have been formed instead of you. I think I'm actually going to look it up. What are the odds of you existing? Because it's so fucked. I saw somebody talk about this on Instagram and I was like, what? Okay, this says author and blogger Dr. Ali Binazar did the calculations and decided that the chances of anyone existing are 1 in 10 to the 2,685,000th power. On the other hand, there are two poets who argue exactly the opposite, that each of us is fated to exist and that there is a plan and that all of us are expected. Fuck off, you stupid poet. I don't think so. I think it is fate that we all exist, and I think this was all meant to happen, but I also feel like there are a lot of other possibilities. Like, there's a lot of other things that go into it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know that your sperm, like the sperm that made you, how do you know that that's the one that's making it to the egg? It's so fucked. I don't know how you do that, Matt. Okay, I literally need to leave. I can't keep talking about this. Okay, see, it says, what are the odds of you being born? And it literally says 400 billion. Or is that 400 trillion? That would be a bit. 400 trillion. 1 in 400 trillion. I don't know if these are accurate numbers. I don't know, man. But all I'm telling you is life is fucking crazy. It's great. It's a miracle that we all exist. I don't care what you believe. It's a miracle. And it's crazy. And like, we can literally do whatever we want. Like, we have this thing. Don't know if you've heard of it. It's called free will. And as much as people don't believe in free will, and some people will argue that free will doesn't actually exist, it does. At least to a certain extent, to the amount that maybe is healthy to pursue. Like, you can move, you get to choose what college you go to. Obviously, there are barriers and there are restrictions, but if you work hard enough, I truly believe that you can accomplish anything. And I need you guys all to believe that, because that's the mindset that I'm living with. Like, maybe I won't accomplish half the shit that I want to. Excuse me. Maybe I won't accomplish half the shit that I want to in my life, but that's okay, because I'm working for it. And that's all that I can do. Okay, I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry for this episode. Took such a fucking turn, but I hope you enjoy. I love you. Bye.